Hello, very good afternoon, boys and girls of 10th AB. Today we are going to start a new chapter, the last chapter from political science, that is the outcomes of democracy. And we are going to finish the syllabus, and the chapter is very small. We're going to look into the political, the economic, and the social outcomes of democracy. And this chapter is very, very important in terms of picture-based questions. The picture-based questions are often asked from this chapter because there are so many pictures. Second one, only a 3-mark question will exist. I cannot guarantee, but 3-mark question. Okay, I can see Totaram sir is here. Santosh KP, that is Totaram sir only. Achha hai. Totaram sir, happy Teachers Day in advance. Study smart. Sir, you are the best teacher I have ever seen. Who is this boy? Simply has come here. Not our boy. He's definitely not our boy, because if somebody says you are the best teacher I have ever seen, he's not a KV1. He's not a KVN. Maybe from my old student. Yeah, Darshana. Who is study smart? Yeah, Ayush is worried about that one. Sir को कोई appreciate भी कर रहा है क्या? वो कौन हो सकता है? गाली तो सब बकते हैं. Appreciate कौन करता है? संतोष सर, तोतरम सर, देखो देखो ऐसा क्या हो रहा है यहाँ? कोई ऐसे क्लास में स्टडी स्मार्ट वाला कौन है यार? ढूंढना पड़ेगा ये कौन सा किसका आइडिया है. शुभोदयम तोतरम सर. मध्याह्न हो गया? शुभ मध्याह्न. ओके ओके फाइन. Sir, you are famous all over the world. What am I, Donald Trump, to be famous all over the world? Okay, we'll begin with the easy one. Okay, the easy one is, why is democracy the best form of government? Remember, in last year you had it in political science. The what is democracy and why democracy? Why is democracy the best preferred form of government? There were 5 questions, 5 answers for that one. मजे ले रहे हैं बच्चे. सही है. क्या है बच्चों को, क्या है? टीचर्स डे के दिन, पहले दिन मजे ले लो, फिर टीचर्स डे के दिन बोलो सर हैप्पी, क्या है टीचर्स डे, यू आर द बेस्ट टीचर, कूल टीचर, ऐसे बोलो. नेक्स्ट डे यू आर द वर्स्ट टीचर बोलो, बस हो जाएगा. थैंक यू दर्शना फॉर अपडेटिंग इट. इट्स start with these 5. If you ever get this question, please mention only these points. It promotes equality among citizens. It enhances the dignity of the individual. It improves the quality of decision making. It provides a method to resolve conflicts, and it allows room to correct mistakes. I was teaching this same thing in class 8, understanding laws, where one law is made and it has to be taken back, because democracy provides you a chance to correct your mistakes, resolve conflicts, improves the quality of decision making. It enhances the dignity of individual. It provides basic thing, that's equality among citizens. These 5 points are the answer for the question, why is democracy the best form of government? Why is democracy preferred over monarchy? What are the merits of democracy? What are the advantages of democracy? Any question asked on democracy, the answer is this. Fine. But we are not here to learn that. That is just basic introduction. Let's go on to the first outcome, the political outcomes. There are 3 political outcomes. Democracy, democratic government, can be an accountable government, can be a responsive government, and can be a legitimate government. Accountable, legitimate, responsive. Now you have to explain all these 3. Let's begin with the first one. Accountable. What is accountability? I'm teaching you, you're learning from me, and you need to get good marks. That's what you're accountable for. Like, I'm not accountable, you're not accountable for somebody else, because I'm a social teacher, so you would be accountable to me. I am accountable to you. If I do not teach you, give you, you will ask me, right, ki kyun nahi diya hai, kyun diya hai, kya hai? Because accountability. Turn that to politics. You are electing somebody, they are representing you in the parliament, they are asking questions, they are making laws. So they are making laws for you, so you are accountable. They are accountable to you, you are the one who can question it. So whichever government that is chosen by you should be accountable, right? If it is not accountable, then definitely next election they will never get elected. One got elected, no accountability at all, they are doing their own things, and suddenly you think that they are not even looking at us, and the next elections you will definitely not vote for that person. So accountability is the first one. It's an outcome of democracy. There is a democratic government, it is always accountable. Let's go to the next one. Responsive. How responsive your government is. Is it very responsive? Is it not responsive at all? Now, so many protests take place for so many things, right? Let us put a single one here. The first protest is about the pension to the army officers, Jawans. It was called as one rank, one pension, OROP, right? Now, people came out in the open to protest against the government that the pension should be given to them. And the government, if the government is responsive, it will quickly change its policy and it will say, yes, it's done. And if the government is not responsive, it will not take care of your demands. That's why normally you will see people fighting or people protesting in Freedom Park, raising their demands, and their demands are not met so easily. 3, 4 days, 5 days strike will take place, then they'll come to an understanding. The members from the protesters, the ministers come together, they discuss the terms, finally laid out. Responsive. Third one, legitimate. Now, what is legitimate? Now, I come to a social class. Imagine tomorrow Shah Rukh Khan comes to a social class. Is he a legitimate teacher? Now, some of you might say it's better Shah Rukh Khan comes to our class. Not you. I'm not saying about that one. I'm saying, चलो सोचो ऐसे, संस्कृत सर के क्लास में मैं आऊंगा तो तरम सर के क्लास में और मैं संस्कृत आपको पढ़ाऊंगा, तो आपको लगेगा लेजिटिमेट. यू विल थिंक ऐसे कैसे हो गया, अरेंजमेंट में टीचर आया और पढ़ाने के लिए शुरू किया. तो अरेंजमेंट का चक्कर है ये. The government that is chosen by us is the majority government. It has the majority support in the parliament. Floor में उनका majority ज्यादा है, तो वो हमारे legitimate government है. No government can come and push over the government and say no, आपका हो गया, हम बनाएंगे. It is not घर नहीं है कि आपके चेयर में कोई बैठा है तो अब उसको धक्का मार के आप जाके बैठ जाओ. नो. क्यों? क्योंकि ये लेजिटिमेट गवर्नमेंट है. आपको कैसे लेजिटिमेट बनना है? नेक्स्ट 5 साल में दोबारा इलेक्शन लड़ो, जीतो, लेजिटिमेट बनो. बिकॉज यूर लेजिटिमेट, योर पॉलिसीज आर ऑलवेज रेस्पेक्टेड, योर ऑर्डर शैल बी रेस्पेक्टेड बिकॉज यूर लेजिटिमेट गवर्नमेंट. गवर्नमेंट बोलता है तो लोग करते क्यों है? क्योंकि वो लेजिटिमेट गवर्नमेंट है, वो बाय लॉ बना है. नहीं है तो नहीं है. पाकिस्तान में आप देखते हो बाय लॉ बनता है गवर्नमेंट, लेकिन आर्मी कभी कभी क्या करता है, गवर्नमेंट को हटा के उनके आर्मी को बिठा देता है. उनकी ज्यादा जुगाड़ इसमें ही होता है कि कौन कंट्रोल करता है. तो वो लेजिटिमेट गवर्नमेंट नहीं है. जो हमने चूज किया है वो लेजिटिमेट गवर्नमेंट है. सात्विक, इज दिस 6th क्लास? नो सात्विक, दिस इज 10th. सात्विक इस क्या है? सात्विक बीच में आके देख रहा है कि 6th है, 8th है, 10th. दिस इज 10th माय डियर. एक टाइटल देखो ना, वीडियो का टाइटल क्या है? क्लास 10 लिखा है ना. तो सात्विक तो फ्री होगा, बाकी क्लास नहीं है क्या? ओके फाइन. या मिलिट्री coup, इट हैपेंस इन लॉट ऑफ स्टेट्स. रिसेंटली मैंने क्या बोला, लेबनान के बारे में बोला, राइट? दिस इज द सेम थिंग. लेबनान, द गवर्नमेंट इज देयर which is legitimate, but still they're not responsive at all because Lebanon में all time depression है. Government is doing nothing. The prime minister comes out in the open and he says, Bhagwan bachaye. This is what he said. May Allah respect Allah, what is their God. They said, leave it to the God. I will leave it to the God. तो अगर वही प्राइम मिनिस्टर ही भगवान पे छोड़ देगा तो कॉमन मैन का क्या होगा? So that's not a legitimate government, right? That's not responsive. That's not accountable. It is legitimate but not accountable and responsive. If the government is responsive, government is accountable, definitely they're going to win the next term. At least you have seen the previous government, NDA, 2014, they won with huge majority. 19, again majority. Who knows about 24? If they do very well, again for the third term. It was a false referendum. He cheated. Yes, Amrita, we'll not go there. Now let's go to the how do you check it? Now you got to know that these three are political outcomes. Now how do you know that the government is working? Right? Can you go and ask them? No, you cannot ask them because they are not freely accessible to the common man. Should be, but they're not. So what you should do is there are some tools made by the government to the citizens to check the working of the government, and that is called as transparency. How do you maintain a transparency? Transparency, right? I mean, in the exam, they'll ask a question about how do you maintain or how do you check the government outcome of, how do you assess the outcome of the government? It can be done with transparency. The first tool of transparency is RTI. RTI, what is RTI? What is RTI, boys? Free access to information. Yeah, right to information. RTI is right to information. What does it do? You can actually log in to the RTI portal, write RTI to get any information on any needed things. Now, any information, there are some information which cannot be given, denied, like the PMO, like the army. Those information will not be given, but large part the information is given. So you can basically check whether the government is working or not. This is how Arvind Kejriwal became very famous. He got all these things through RTI. He filed RTI. He got to know the government is corrupt. He went against the government. He protested against it with the help of Anna Hazare. Now he is the CM of Delhi. Yes, Darshana. It is a citizen who wants to know if a decision was taken through the correct procedures can be found out. It has the right means to examine the process of decision making. Well done. The PM fund is excluded from RTI. They don't give you that. First is RTI, right? It can be done. To file an RTI, you need 10 rupees. For BPL, it is free. And all you need to do is, if you are filing an RTI and if it has like pages, 100 pages, there are some pages free by the government. If it is like 1,000 pages and all, you want Ayodhya verdict. Ayodhya verdict तो ज़्यादा है ना, so 900 pages. तो उसके लिए पैसा लगता है, not more. If the government is accountable, then why is that the government has restrictions in the amount of terms in US? I did not get the question, Vinith. Why government has in the amount of terms in per page 2 rupees? Fine, Falak. That's a nice information. Second one, debate. This culture, we do not have it in India. What is debate? You need to go study an issue and you should know the merits and the demerits of the issue. Then only it is going to get into a fine shape. Boys, we do not do it here because I don't know why. That is how it is done in European countries. The presidentship is debated in US, UK, other countries. Issues are debated. Press will take the issue. It will debate, pressurize the government. Government is pressurized to do something. But in India, no debate shall take place. Debates do take place, like 9 p.m. news. But it's not a debate, right? It will be like somebody will be shouting, somebody will be blaming somebody, somebody is throwing some glass में कोई पानी फेंक रहा है, कोई किसी का कुछ character assassination कर रहा है. वो debate नहीं होता. Debates will not be done like that. It's very famously said that we need to develop this culture. Why it is not developed in our politicians? Because कभी स्कूल में debate नहीं किया इन लोगों ने, इसलिए वो स्कूल में शुरू करना है. Normally in schools there is a debate club. Social science का टीचर है तो debate clubs रखते हैं. हर इशू डिबेट होता है. Every issue can be debated, right? यूनिफॉर्म पहनना है, डिबेटेबल. स्कूल में आना है, डिबेटेबल. मार्क्स लाना है, डिबेटेबल. सब डिबेटेबल है. पास होना है, डिबेटेबल. अगेन जीना है, वो भी डिबेटेबल है. मरना भी है कुछ लोगों को, तो सब कुछ डिबेटेबल है. When you debate the positives and the negatives together, you will reach to an understanding कि हाँ, अभी मुझे समझ में आया कि मुझे ये करना था इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ और ये नहीं करना था इसके लिए नहीं कर रहा हूँ. अब जो करते हो उसके लिए कोई रीजन नहीं चलता तो आप ऐसे ही करते चलते हो. ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए. because the debates should take place. Remember, last year we had debates in 9th. It wasn't very great. So debates do or should take place. I've seen best of the debaters in my teaching career. Those children who actually understand it, debate on it. For example, whenever there is an issue, we'll see Rajavardhan coming up and saying something, or Vineet coming up saying something, Amrita, yeah, Shashank, yeah, Darshana, yeah, Sanjana, Tripti. When you understand the issue, you will have your own output. You will think that whatever he is saying, I'm not agreeing with it. So you respectfully debate on it, right? Now, Winston Churchill and I think it's Franklin D. Roosevelt and Winston Churchill had the issue with debate. Debate is listening to the other person and replying to what you have heard, right? It's not like उसको कुछ बोलने के लिए नहीं देना है, आप लोगों को ही बोलना है सब कुछ, and the other person like कुछ भी नहीं बोलेगा, आपको ही सबको बोलना है. No, if he tries to say something, you just beat him or do something. ऐसे नहीं है. तो याद रखना है, ये डिबेट करना बहुत जरूरी है. डिबेट करना, लेकिन हर बात का डिबेट मत करो. घर में आपको ये बर्तन धोने के लिए बोलते हैं तो डिबेट के लिए मत उतर जाओ. हाँ, नो, वी हैव टू डिबेट ऑन द इशू. सो व्हाई आई नीड टू वॉश द बर्तन? नो, वो नहीं है. कुछ चीजें को डिबेट नहीं किया जाता. या वी हैड वन डिबेट अर्लियर इन 10th. ओके, फाइन. एक्चुअली बहुत डिबेटेबल इश्यूज है. कुछ चैप्टर्स ओमिटेड है. We had a debate on online classes, right? Yeah, WhatsApp group में एक debate था. It was a disastrous day. ग्रुप में एक मैसेज, मेरा मैसेज को नहीं देख रहा है, डिबेट का मॉडरेटर का मैसेज नहीं देख रहा है, बाकी सब मैसेज भेजते जा रहा है. तो even at the end of the day, the teachers were there in that meet, that WhatsApp group. उनको भी ऐसे लगा कि क्या हो रहा है. तो डिबेट, yeah, true. Yes, how amazingly that went, Gayatri. It was probably like disastrous, I would say. Not amazing, it was disastrous. I was trying to control offline. Tripti को बोल रहा था थोड़ा कंट्रोल करो, but it was like going haywire. इधर उधर क्या है? Why should we study? Can we debate it, sir? Oh, obviously, why not? हम अभी डिबेट नहीं करेंगे. क्योंकि हम फ्री टाइम में करेंगे, अभी नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि वो बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है. कोरोना माइनस एंड पॉजिटिव डिबेटेबल. नो, डिबेट कर सकता है. कोई कोरोना के अगेंस्ट बोलो, कोई कोरोना का फॉर बोलेगा. फॉर के लिए खूब पॉइंट्स है, अगेंस्ट ऑल्दो देयर इज पॉइंट्स. Everyone was copy pasting from Google. That is true, Ayush. Everybody does it. Sure, we had fun. We like drama, and that's why you're all like drama babies. Like drama. हाँ, किसी को समझ में नहीं आया बाद में. There were some good lines, but it was like outshadowed from the flow of केरला फ्लड की तरह पूरा मैसेज आ रहा था. तो किसी को एक बिना पढ़े मैसेज डाल रहे थे. डिबेट होता है रिप्लाई करना, कि मेरे बात सुनो, यू डोंट लाइक इट, यू रिप्लाई इट. आई लिसन टू यू, आई डोंट लाइक इट, आई रिप्लाई इट. आई लाइक इट, आई सपोर्ट यू. ऐसे होता है डिबेट. अब मेरा भी पक्ष रखूंगा, तुम्हारा भी पक्ष रखूंगा, मेरा भी रखूंगा, रखते जाएंगे तो उसको पढ़ेगा कौन? Right. The third one is actively participating. First one is RTI, second one is debate. We do not have it in India. करते नहीं है. हेल्थी डिबेट बहुत कम होता है. बॉयज, आपको डिबेट देखना है. I have seen it in YouTube. आप सदगुरु का वीडियो देखते हो ना, you have seen सदगुरु's वीडियो. सदगुरु के वीडियो में सदगुरु के साथ जितना डिबेट होता है, देखो वो डिबेट है. सदगुरु सब सुनते हैं, and he starts giving out answers. He doesn't jump into conclusion. He listens, gives out the answer. For everything, he listens, gives out the answer. And ultimately, people are cheering for him. Why do they cheer for him? उसका कुछ भी बोल सकता है ना. Can you cheer for a politician like that? Shashi Tharoor और सदगुरु के डिबेट है. It's too amazing. I think it's NDTV's debate, where NDTV का लीड एंकर डिबेट में बुलाते हैं उनको दोनों को. You'll see debate where जो कम्युनिस्ट, जो बिहार के जो है, उसका नाम मैं भूल गया, मंगलूर में जो आए थे, वो he lost the elections in 2019. He comes to debate and he debates. Debates is not shouting. अर्नब गोस्वामी की तरह डिबेट नहीं करना. It's sorry for that. Okay, I wouldn't want to mention the names, but it came out like that. So yeah, true, Amrita. Should not. it should have patience. That's why I took the name of Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt. क्योंकि आपको सब्र रखना है, पेशेंस रखना है, सुनने का नहीं सुनना है ना, पहले ही बात करना है. लास्ट वन पब्लिक पार्टिसिपेशन है. अगर जब तक आप पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करेंगे एंड आप जब तक वोट नहीं डालेंगे, तब तक डेमोक्रेसी का ट्रांसपेरेंसी चेक करना मुश्किल है. If you are like a true citizen and you would be reading a newspaper thinking that this country has got the worst government and you have not gone to vote, you're not supporting any the policies, you're not criticizing any policies, that doesn't help. You need to participate actively in the decision making process. If the decision is made in the favor of you, support it. If the decision is made against you or not in the welfare of the people, protest it. It's not कि कौन जाता है, हमें क्या फर्क पड़ता है, नो नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. If you do this, then by these three things you can actually check the transparency of the government. By that you can make the government responsive, you can make the government accountable. So that is the end of today's class. I hope politics is a little boring when it comes to the deep like ideals of democracy. So I hope I had given a appropriate explanation of what I can do. So in the next class, we're going to study about economic outcomes and social outcomes. That's where we can be doing that on Monday. So probably on Tuesday, we will wind up the chapter and the syllabus of 10th. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. It's a pleasure. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you on Saturday. Yes, Saturday. Tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow on Teachers' Day. And I don't know. Who is that smart study boy? Kahan hai? Kahan gaya wo? Come back tomorrow to put comments that you are the greatest teacher. So till then, it's goodbye from me. Take care, have lunch, and have a wonderful day.